today's discussion on SoFi. Today, we're going to delve into the latest data points, examine what Schwartz is up to, and cover everything else you need to know about SoFi. So, without further ado, let's dive right in.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Daily Stock Update. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell, so you never miss any of our uploads and also enter our giveaway. But before that, alert, this is not a financial advice video. To start with, SoFi has seen a slight decline of 0.57%. However, recent trends indicate that it's making a slow but steady recovery. Many of you might have taken advantage of this dip, and if you did, kudos to you. Personally, I missed the optimal buying point at $6.88, but I did manage to purchase some shares at $6.90. This was based on a somewhat optimistic technical analysis, where SoFi appeared to be bouncing off a strong support level. Speaking of this $6.88 mark, it has held firm over the last 3 trading days, showing its resilience. Most of today's trading volume can be attributed to institutional transactions rather than algorithmic trading. It's an interesting shift, perhaps indicating a temporary focus of AI trading on other stocks like GameStop. Today, I hope SoFi can break above the $7 mark, considering it reached a high of $6.98 earlier. The unusual activity at the opening, influenced by short sellers, is worth noting. Currently, short sellers have returned 334,200 shares, with 17.32% of the free float being shorted. The sudden return of these shares is curious, possibly due to fears stemming from broader market conditions and the Federal Reserve's upcoming rate decision. Despite these short-term fluctuations, things are looking positive. I haven't fully reinvested yet, having bought 500 shares so far. Ideally, we'd see SoFi surpass the $7 threshold soon. There hasn't been any significant news affecting SoFi today. It's mainly riding the wave of the broader market trends. The lack of major announcements leaves SoFi in a bit of a limbo. However, let's take a quick look at the Elliott Wave technical analysis. Currently, SoFi has a pivot point at $6.45. As long as it stays above this, it's projected to reach the low $8 range, bypassing the $7s altogether, which is promising. On the brokerage front, the latest analyst rating from 4 days ago by BTIG reiterated a hold neutral stance without a specific price target. Hopefully, more analysts will soon begin to provide double-digit price targets, reflecting their confidence in SoFi's potential. Now, let's talk about options. Today, there are 152 million calls versus 789,000 puts, showing a fairly balanced sentiment. However, 49% of today's options activity leans bearish, with many anticipating SoFi to drop below $6.50 in the next few weeks, which seems a bit extreme. Conversely, a significant number of calls have been purchased around the $7 mark, indicating some optimism. For context, there are currently around 25,000 call options at the $7 strike price. Historically, we've seen a 30–40% increase in open interest on the first trading day. With such numbers, SoFi will need to contend with these options as the week progresses. If it can close at or above $7 by Friday, market makers will need to cover these shares, potentially driving the price higher. Closing above $7.50 or $8 would further amplify this effect. Looking at larger transactions, there have been significant purchases in the secondary market. Yesterday, after-hours transactions included notable buys, and today has seen $0.49 million worth of trades. In the coming weeks, we can expect increased institutional activity as portfolios are rebalanced at the end of the quarter. Given SoFi's underperformance relative to other growth stocks this quarter, there's a good chance of increased buying if institutions maintain their ratios. Currently, on the chart, SoFi is trading around $6.96, navigating between strong support and resistance levels. The options market indicates resistance at $7 and $7.06. If SoFi can break through these levels, it could see significant upward momentum. Additionally, SoFi has a conference on the 12th, which could serve as a catalyst. Alongside, the Consumer Price Index (CPI) and statements from Federal Reserve Chairman Powell later in the week could also influence SoFi's performance. These events might push SoFi back into the $7–8 range, leading to a domino effect that could see it climb even higher. On the technical front, SoFi is near the lower percentile of the Bollinger Band with a bullish deviation, indicated by the white line crossing above the red. The Relative Strength Index RSI stands at 48, which is neutral, similar to yesterday. Friends, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about today's video? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.